Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Monica Love here at the Love Messages. So today we're going to be doing a juice reading, and in a juice reading I look at you, your person, the energy between you and your person, what is going on in the collective energies when it comes to twin flames, soulmates, connecting with your twin flame and soulmate. What are the important messages that you may need to hear at this time when it comes to your love situation? Okay, what needs to be healed? What are some of the things that your higher self may be telling you? We're going to also be looking at what is happening behind the scenes. So if you are in separation with someone right now and you're wondering possibly what is going on between you and them, we're going to pull a couple of cards and see what is going on. I'm going to also be looking at the astrological influences to see how astrology, the planets, the houses may be affecting your love life, as well as this person that may be on your mind. This is a general reading, so it may resonate with you, it may not. If it does resonate with you, there will be a link in the description box for the extended. And in the extended, I will go a little more in depth in terms of what is going on by doing some clarification and adding any other oracles and activation cards that are necessary, okay? And I'll discuss that a little bit more closer to the end of the reading. Now, if you're new here, I usually mention a few announcements before I get into the actual reading. So I will be doing that before I get into the reading, just to briefly explain to you how the reading works and what to expect. Now, this reading is general, so it doesn't matter what sign you are. You could be any sign. These are general energies that are happening within the collective that often have some sort of theme attached to it, okay? So we're going to be looking at everything here that I feel I need to pull in order to give you the information that you need. Now, one of the other things I will be doing at the end of the reading, if you are new here, I do ask a question, get an answer with the Ask Angel Oracle. So at the end of the reading, I will be doing Ask a Question, Get an Answer, and you can ask your question. It is 100% free. You don't have to pay anything. All you have to do is comment your question below, or comment your question in the live feed if you are in the live, okay? So ask a question, get an answer at the end of the reading. All right, so before I get into the reading, I am gonna mention a few announcements. I highly recommend that you watch the announcements. Don't just skip over the announcements, because what often happens by you skipping over the announcements, you miss very valuable information that can actually be very beneficial for you moving forward, okay? So the first announcement I want to make is I want to thank everybody who has been very kind to me, everybody who has sent me kind messages, thanking me for the readings that I've done, thanking me for the time that I have spent on the readings and what I have done. Now, I am going to address something here, and it's not the best news, but I feel like I need to address it. And you all know what type of person I am. I'm someone who I don't sugarcoat things. I don't make things sound better than they really are. I like to get down to the root of the problem. And that's something that a lot of people don't like to do today. Unfortunately, it's sad that that's the way, you know, the world works today, but I'm somebody who actually likes to get to the bottom of things because I want to resolve things. I don't want things to be lingering and to be up in the air. That's not how I run my life, and that's not how I run things in general. So one of the things that I've noticed, I've been very active in my community. I've been posting more on Instagram. I've really been working on myself. Okay, so subscribers, people who are new here, my children, as I like to call you, I have been working on myself. I've been doing a lot of inner work. I have been, you know, changing the way I eat. I've been changing the relationships that I have, the people that I hang out with, the people that I deal with, the place that I live, the things that I do. And I'm the type of person, I like to set an example. Okay, I'm somebody who likes to set an example, and my whole entire goal of changing and transforming myself is to really encourage others to do the same. So when I hear comments about, you know, being narcissistic and only caring about my image, and, you know, really people are not really looking at the positivity surrounding that change and transformation that I've gone through, it tells me that a lot of people have not done the inner work. And it's really sad. You know, it's really sad that a lot of us haven't done the inner work. Actually, majority of you have done the work, because I see it in your comments, and I see a lot of you really want to change who you are so that you can transform from, you know, being a caterpillar to a butterfly. And that's a process. That's something that takes a lot of courage and a lot of dedication. So if that's something that a lot of you are wanting to do, hopefully my photos and my love messages help and encourage you to become the best version of yourself. What I think is really important, and the point of me bringing this up, is that a lot of us have to really start to figure out why we respond and say the things that we do. Not everything is narcissistic. Sometimes whatever is happening outside of us is what we need to work on and what our self is calling us to do within. So we need to really think long and hard before we label people and assume things without really taking the time out to figure out why we're saying what we're saying. Overall, what we should be doing, especially whether you're a man or a woman, whoever you are, it doesn't matter. You know, everyone is welcome here. But what we should be doing is we should be encouraging one another. You know, if we don't have anything positive to say, it really doesn't contribute to society unless it's concrete and it really makes sense. So, you know, if you're just assuming things because you don't like seeing certain things, you know, if you don't like certain things, the best thing to do is to shut it off. Don't pour your energy into it, because the more you pour your energy into negativity and the more you encourage that, the more you actually attract that to your life. So you really got to think before we talk. We got to think before we say things, especially hurtful things, right? Because, you know, that's a cry for help. And it's saying, you know, I still have a lot of inner work to do. And I've been seeing not a lot of those comments, but I've been seeing the odd comments like that. And it doesn't really bother me, because you want to know something? I'm still going to continue, you know, working on myself. I'm still going to continue posting photos. I'm still going to continue doing my love messages. And I'm going to be focusing on the positive gratitude and contribution that a lot of you have contributed to this channel. And I want you all to know that I'm very thankful. I'm very grateful and thankful that we can all be a community and share positivity with one another, because as hard as it may be in this world today that we're in, it's not that hard, because it starts with you. So if you're able to start being positive and grateful and really wanting to change your life, those are some of the things that we need to look at, okay? So every single day I'm grateful. I get up, the first thing I do every single morning when I get up is I say how grateful I am for certain things in my life. I don't go out nitpicking and criticizing people, because that's not where my focus is supposed to be. If I want to attract love into my life, a stable, solid connection into my life, which most of you who come to this channel want to do if you haven't done that already, or maybe you want to improve your already successful marriage or connection, then we really need to ask ourselves how we are contributing to society. Are we nitpicking at people and creating these high expectations? Because one of the things I can tell you right now is none of us are perfect. None of us. Okay, as much as we try to be perfect, none of us are perfect. We all have work to do. And that's something that a lot of us have to keep in mind, because the higher you have, the higher your expectations are surrounding people, the more likely you are going to fail in terms of your expectations. So the best thing to do is work on yourself, become the best version you can of yourself, regardless of people who may be saying negative things or commenting negatively. That has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with that person needing to do the inner work, and they haven't. And they're seeing that you're doing the inner work, and the more they see you doing the inner work, the more something inside them changes and allows them to propel and move forward and make those changes within their lives. Okay, so this is something that I feel was really important for me to announce. It's not the greatest message, but it's something that really needs to be addressed, because I don't hear many people talking about it. Okay, so that's my announcement for that. Now we are going to get into the reading, but first, of course, I want to mention that if you're interested in seeing what I wear, what I do, you know, any announcements that I may have, do follow me at the Love Messages. You can also follow our store at the Love Message Shop, where we post daily horoscopes in the story. So if you're interested in seeing your daily horoscope, you can post that, or you can actually head over to Instagram and check that out on the Love Message Shop. Okay, so those are all the announcements I have for now. One of the things I want to mention is do let me know below what you are drinking. If you have a suggestion for the community, a drink, a recipe drink that you think that we should be drinking, do share it down below with us, or share it with us in the live feed. Now, today I am drinking, of course, crystal clear water with my straw. Yeah, I'm really into water these days. That's what I'm drinking mainly. So crystal clear water to bring you crystal clear answers, of course. So yeah, so that's pretty much all the announcements I have. So I'm going to start off the reading collective with the Moonology Tarot. Now we are going to have a full moon in 2 days, and the full moon that's happening is happening in the sign of Aries. So this has a lot to do with action. This moon has a lot to do with action. Some of us feel propelled to take action or to change something in our lives. This is what I'm getting with this full moon. We are going to pull a couple of Moonology cards, one for you, one for your person, and of course one for the energy between you and your person. Now I do want to mention, in this reading, it is general. So if you're watching it and you're single, then this could be somebody that has already been in your life, or it could be somebody that is coming into your life. It doesn't have to be you directly with somebody at this time. So it's very important all throughout this reading, you're very open-minded and you're not expecting the reading to resonate with you from point A to point B. It's very important to know that there is thousands of people watching this video. And what's really key in any tarot reading that you watch is that you remain open-minded and listen to important messages, not the whole story, but important messages. Take what you need from the reading and leave the rest, okay? And know that you're being very, you know, understanding, understanding, and overstanding by knowing that the reading is not going to resonate with you, and that it may resonate with someone else who needs it more than you do. Okay, so it's very important to keep that in mind, because if you're just coming to the tarot reading and you want to stroke your ego and you just want to hear all positive things and you don't want to do the inner work, then, you know, there's really no point in watching tarot, because the point of watching tarot is to work on the things that need to change so that we can actually attract and have the things that we want in our life. Okay, so I really want you to know that that's the purpose of why I do tarot. Now that could be different for other tarot readers, but for me on the Love Messages, the key here is for self-improvement, and I'm a living example of that. Okay, so it's not about narcissism, it's not about wanting all these likes and wanting all of these stroking ego. It's about showing the world how you want the world to be. It's very easy for us to nitpick at people all the time, but we fail to look at ourselves. So be very careful how you comment and what you say, because that could be a very important message from yourself on what it is that you need to work on moving forward. Okay, so that's my message. I'm going to get into the reading now. I'm going to start off the reading with this oracle deck, and we're going to see what the important message is here for you surrounding this full moon. I'm going to also see exactly, I'm going to use my intuition to see what the important message is here for you when it comes to that. So give me one card to see what is the important message here for the collective when it comes to this full moon in Aries that's coming up. Okay. Okay. So the message that you have, this is your card, by the way, we're starting off with you. This is the sign of Capricorn. Some of you could be a Capricorn sun, moon, and rising. I'm getting either you have a very strong Capricorn placement, or you could be somebody who is dealing with a Capricorn. There's also that option here too. So the message for you around this full moon right now is the end of a tough cycle approaches, full moon in Capricorn. So What this is telling me right now, collective, is a lot of you are going to be ending, if you haven't already, you are going to be ending some sort of tough cycle. It's been very difficult with you. Some of you just recently ended a relationship. Maybe you walked away from someone. Maybe you walked away from a job. Capricorn often represents business, jobs, career. So could have been a job that you recently walked away from, or a solid, stable connection that maybe you were in for quite some time that you chose to walk away from. Okay, so we're going to get more information on this in a moment. Tell me more about the collective's person. What's the important message for the collective's person at this time? Okay, so your person got a personal issue reaches resolution, and it's full moon in Cancer. So this person could be a Cancer, I'm getting, or this could be you having some sort of strong placements in the sign of Cancer. I feel like your person right now was dealing with a lot of things that may affected their ability to cater or you know, engage with you. There's something here about maybe some sort of expectation that you had from this person that may have contributed to some sort of ending. Now, the energy between you and this person is it's time to release negativity. Yes. And this is a message for everybody. It's not just a message for you and your person. It's a message to everybody, because what's really interesting is all you need is one flame to light a fire. And if you are negative in any way, shape, or form, you are just contributing to that fire of negativity. Okay. So the energy between you and your person is Scorpio energy. And Scorpio represents what? Judgment and the Tower in tarot. So what this is telling me for many of you right now is the energy between you and this person is you both need to release negativity. You both need to stop blaming one another for the cause of why things may have ended or why things didn't work out. There's also a need to really stop releasing negativity towards one another. I'm getting a lot of childish energy. I'm getting energy of hatred, pain. And you know what it is? It's a cry for help. That's what it is. It's not somebody here wanting to be negative or wanting to be upset. It's somebody who's saying, I want to be loved. I don't want to argue. I don't want to be upset. I just want to be loved. So it's time to release negativity, full moon in Scorpio. So this is why both of you may have broken up, or there may have been some sort of disconnection. Bottom of the deck, in terms of what you don't see coming in with this full moon happening in Aries, which is very much needed, is balanced spirituality and practicality, full moon in Pisces. So Pisces represents what? The completion of the Zodiac. So what Spirit is saying is that if you are someone who recently ended a relationship, if you are somebody who's been in a negative situation with negativity or dealing with negativity, or if you're somebody who's had a personal issue and you're working through that personal issue, it is going to come to an end, okay? It's going to come to an end, but you're going to learn a lot from it, because Pisces is actually the sign that goes through everything, okay? And it's time to focus on our spirituality. It's time to focus on not only the physical world and what the physical world brings to us as souls, as beings, but what is it that we need to transform spiritually, okay, from our higher self. And we will be talking about that. I will be pulling a few cards for all signs. When we get to the all signs, I'm going to be pulling a few cards to see what is it that your higher self wants to tell you when it comes to love, when it comes to your life, your career, maybe whatever you're seeking to know. We're going to find out by pulling these cards and seeing exactly what the higher self messages for you. Okay, so we're going to get into that shortly. Now, let's get into the actual reading. Now, in the reading, I'm going to be taking a look at you and your person. I have two different tarot decks here, which is what I've been using lately. So one for your person and one for you. I'm going to be pulling one card on each side, and we're going to see exactly what you both are contributing to this connection at this time. So let's see for the collective. Okay, So what is your overall energy when it comes to love in this person? Okay. You have the Page of Swords. So some of you watching this, you could be an air sign. I'm getting Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So you have the Page of Swords right now. It looks like a lot of you are investigating. You're doing some sort of research. You're investigating. Some of you are spying on this person, watching, wanting to know what they're up to, wanting to see what's going on. Especially if you recently ended things with this person, you may be kind of figuring out, oh, is it really over? What are they up to? What are they doing? We're going to find out more when we clarify in a moment, when we get some more clarification. So for your person, what is the energy that your person is in at this time? Okay. So your person has the Temperance. Okay. So some of you are dealing with Sagittarius here. There's something here that hasn't been moving for this person as quick as they want it to. Things have been stagnant, but the reason why this person has been taking their time, a lot of you may be asking that, why are they taking so long? What's going on? Do they even want me still? Do they not want me? What's going on? I feel like this person has been going through something really personal, and it's really affected their confidence, and it's really affected even their ability to find love or be in love. Okay, so we're going to clarify and see more about why this may be happening. Now, another message I have for you that's really important is that a lot of you also have decided to maybe end things with this person because they weren't quick enough to move towards you. And a lot of you may have felt at some point that this person left you in the dark. Okay, I'm intuitively picking that up. So what is it that you're contributing to this relationship? What is it that you're contributing to this connection? We have the Nine of Cups in reverse. A lot of you decided to completely disconnect from this person because they couldn't give you what you needed. You didn't feel happy or satisfied with this person. Some of you felt like you poured a lot of your energy into the situation, but this person didn't even equally give back to you as much as maybe you gave to the situation. And your person has the Knight of Swords. So this person, what I'm strongly getting is that this person, they wanted to rush into something with you. They wanted to come towards you and make this happen. But the reason why it wasn't possible for this person, for things to happen for this person with you, is because this person was going through some sort of changes in their life. Okay, I'm really strongly getting that. So let's see what is possibly going on in this situation in terms of why it's taken this person so long. I'm going to clarify these cards and we're going to see what's going on. Tell me more about the Page of Swords for the collective. Okay, so the Page of Swords is clarified by the Six of Wands, the Eight of Wands, and the Page of Wands. I feel like right now, a really important message for you, collective, is the fact that a lot of you are wanting to move into a new direction. I think you've received a lot of communication, you've received a lot of signs and synchronicities that it is time for you to completely move and plan to move into a new direction. I'm also getting that maybe the reason why you're in the Page of Swords energy, because you could be watching or trying to figure out ways to move into a new direction. Now, some of you want to communicate with this person and you may want to have a new beginning with them. You may want to communicate on, you know, how successful you've been since this person, you know, since you've ended things. Some of you ended things with this person and you've worked on becoming more successful. You've worked on moving into a new direction. Others of you are still working on moving into a new direction. So I feel like the common theme for you, collective, right now is you making plans to move into a new direction, to find ways to create your own success. Okay. There's something here about you creating your own success. And it's interesting because the reason why this situation ended for a lot of you is because it's time to actually move into a new direction. It's been time, you know, especially if you've been feeling like this person isn't really giving to you as much as you maybe feel that this person should be giving to you. Okay, so this is what I'm seeing here in terms of where your energy's at right now when it comes to love in general. Now, your person, Let's clarify the Temperance. Okay, wow. Okay, so your person is the Temperance. Like I said, they could be a Sagittarius here, Sun, Moon, or Rising, which is clarified by the Hermit, the Page of Cups, and the Three of Swords. So what I'm getting here really strongly, collective, is this person is really hurt. They're really hurt over something that maybe happened between you and them. I'm also getting with the Page of Cups that this person wants to apologize. They want some sort of forgiveness. They've been thinking about this breakup that's happened between you and them. They've been thinking about it. It's really affected them. There's something here that's been going on in this person's life that has been very trying for them. This is somebody who has really been in their head about just in general where their life is going, and there's just so much unresolved issues between you and this person that I feel like this person may be trying to say. Okay, so this is what I'm seeing so far. What I'm going to do is I'm going to be pulling a couple of oracle cards, love oracle cards from the Island Tarot. I do have a sale that's going on in my store right now, buy 4, get 1 free. So if you're interested in that, I will provide a link below. All the tarot decks in my store are the mini tarot decks, and some come with guides, some don't. We can't guarantee that it's going to come with a guide. So if you're somebody who doesn't like tarot decks without guides, then I highly recommend not purchasing from the store. Make sure you do your research and you read very carefully so that you're not disappointed when you get your shipment. Okay, everything is listed there. Everything is transparent. Nothing is not there for you to see. Everything has been laid out and clearly stated on the website if that's something you're interested in, okay? So that's going to be linked below. So let's get into really knowing what happened here between you and this person. Tell me more about the collective and then give me 1 card for their person. Stop right there. We have Kisses. Yes, it says unconditional, loving, giving and receiving affection, falling in love. This is what you want. This is what you want. Remember, I was mentioning to you, you want love. You want real love. You want somebody who is going to really help you on that path of success. A lot of you already know what you want, but the problem that I'm seeing here is a lot of you chose to walk away from something here that was not benefiting you anymore. And this is the first step to self-love. This is the first step to leveling up. This is the first step to letting your higher self know, look, I'm worth more. I'm worth more than what this person could give me. So right now you're in a place where a lot of you, and I'm going to be really honest with you, you're being forced to level up. You're being forced to pour into yourself. Instead of pouring into someone else and then expecting them to give you the same in return, a lot of you are learning that that's not the way to unconditional love. The way to unconditional love is showing people that you love yourself enough for them to love you as well too. Because if you don't love yourself and you let yourself go and you don't invest, and I'm not just saying physical appearance. Physical appearance is one component of leveling up. Physical appearance is one level, one point in leveling up. What are the other points? What are the other ways to increase the self-love within yourself? It may be through health. It may be through relaxation. It may be through creating leisure for yourself, creating other activities that you can do outside of work. It may be, making new friends or engaging more with your friends or, doing something that you love or enjoy. Self-love comes in a number of different ways. And it's going to be different for everyone. But I think the common theme here for you right now, collective, is to really identify what type of love you want. And are you able to give that love to yourself first so that others can see that you value and appreciate yourself so that you can attract the same? So there's something here that you're learning right now during this full moon. You're learning that you have to pour into yourself. The full moon represents fullness. It represents full emotions, full awareness, full subconscious engagement. The full moon is our mother, okay? So what this is meaning and saying is during this full moon, if there was a breakup or a separation, or some of you may be single and you haven't been able to find new love ever since you've had a breakup, it's really indicating that it's time for you to pour into yourself. Aries is also representing self. Aries is the baby of the Zodiac. So when Aries has a full moon in it, it says, have you poured enough into yourself? Have you done enough work to develop yourself? And if you haven't done that, that may be something that a lot of you still need to do, okay? And I've been talking about this now for weeks, and I know it's becoming very repetitive, but somebody out here needs to hear it, and that's why I've mentioned it, okay? So you want unconditional love. If you don't get that, a lot of you are going to be walking away, or you already have walked away from someone who hasn't been able to do that. And this is the first step to you starting your process of leveling up, your first process of loving yourself, making a plan to do that so that you can find success moving forward. Now, for your person, what is it that they really want in love when it comes to you and them? Okay. So one card came out. We have keys on a ring. Keys on a ring. It says many options, decision, unconventional, string along, one night stand. Okay. I'm just the messenger. I don't pick the cards. The cards are picked. This person was someone who was stringing you along. This is someone who made promise after promise, time and time and time again to you, when you truly deserve more. And I think a lot of you know that. You truly deserve more than what this person could give you. And that's why a lot of you are learning a really valuable lesson right now. You are learning that it is time to release people, situations, drama, chaos behind. Somebody here has decided to leave. They decided to disconnect, and I feel like that was you, because this person maybe still had some sort of personal issues that they still needed to work through. I'm also getting that this person strung you along. They always promised that they'd call you. They promised that they would text you. They promised that they would take you out. They promised that they would come over, and they never did. Somebody here said, yeah, I'm going to come back. Don't worry. And they never came back. One day they just disappeared. Okay. So this is something right now that I feel like a lot of you are going through. Now, what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck, you have palm tree. It says stability, security, permanence, growth, endurance, and flexibility. This is what's coming in for you. So if you've had a bad breakup and things haven't worked out, you are going to receive stability. That is going to come as long as you do the inner work. And we are going to talk in this reading about what you need to do to start that progress and that journey. You know, it's one thing for me to say to you all the time on the readings, hey everyone, you got to do the inner work, and then I don't mention anything about inner work. So it's going to be really important, collective, that in this reading, you're open-minded if this reading does resonate, so that I can help you find ways to start that inner journey of completely taking yourself to the next level, self-love and more, okay? So let's get into the astrological components of what is going on right now in the collective when it comes to love. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull, as you all know, I do the juice readings very different depending on what is required and what is needed. I'm going to pull stability, security, permanence, growth, endurance, and flexibility out for you. And we're going to do some clarification on this, because what I'm strongly getting when I first started this reading, I got this energy of the collective, you're going to be attracting someone. I see this coming, that you're going to be attracting someone stable, someone who has security, somebody who's ready to actually have some form of a commitment. So I'm going to pull a couple of cards and see what signs may be coming into your life. Maybe this sign may be connected to a person as well too. So I'm going to pull the astrology in a moment, but first I'm going to pull a few cards for those of you who have been in separation, okay? So if you've been in separation with your person, what is it that they're doing behind the scenes? What I'm going to do in the extended, I'm going to clarify these cards and give more information. I'm going to pull 3 cards only and see what is actually happening behind the scenes, spying on your person. Okay. So your person got the Queen of Swords, you have the King of Swords, the Page of Wands, and the Two of Cups. So what this person is doing secretly behind the scenes is they are trying to make a plan to find a relationship. They are trying to make a plan to maybe speak to you and communicate with you. With the Page of Wands here, I'm seeing you and this person are at odds. Okay, some of you have the same sign as this person, or you have some sort of similarities to them. There's something very similar. Even though you two may look very different, you have a lot of things in common. Okay, either you have different backgrounds, different cultures, maybe you live in different locations. But what I'm seeing here is that this person wants to talk. They want to talk about the breakup that happened with you, okay? They want some form of forgiveness, even if they don't end up being with you. What this person wants is they want to have a new beginning, and they want a relationship. This is something that this person wants. I think you both want to have a new beginning here, because the Page of Wands is on your person's side and the Page of Wands is on your side as well too. So there's both a desire here for working something out to bring something into stability. So let's get into the astrological components and let's see how this love situation is affecting your love life. So if you would like, I know a lot of you like to comment your guess of what houses are going to pop out, as well as what planets are going to be popping out. So comment what house and planet you think are going to show up for you. I'm going to pull 3 houses for you and 3 houses for your person. 3 planets for you and 3 for your person. All right, so what houses are affecting you when it comes to your love life? So the first house we have is the 7th house, and it says this area of your life is about long-term significant partners, romantic, business, or family. So right now your focus is on having a relationship. You want something solid, you want something stable at this time. The 7th house is the house of Libra, and one of the announcements, messages I have for you is now that Libra is finally going to be going direct. Okay, it is going to be going direct. There's a shadow period, so it may take time for that to happen. Once things finally move forward, okay, you know, with Mercury and Libra, that's when a lot of you are going to find it a lot easier to work on this. Now, another message I have for you, very important that you're listening and you're hearing, because a lot of you just want to skip through the reading. So make sure you're listening from the beginning to the end so that you can get all the messages. One of the messages that I just received was, if you had a breakup during Mercury retrograde, I feel like there's a lot of unfinished business between you and this person. So you may say to yourself, oh yeah, I'm done with that person, I'm over it. A lot of you are not over it, because there's something here that still needs to be healed and forgiven before you move on to new love. Okay, and I do talk about that on my other channel, which is linked below if you're interested. So there's some unfinished business for some of you that are watching this. We have the 2nd house for you. Your money is a very big contributor in terms of being able to attract love. It says your assets, finances, and the things that you value. A lot of you need to determine what it is that you value in a relationship. What is it that you truly believe you deserve when it comes to a relationship? Are you looking for financial security? Are you looking to have a relationship that provides that financial security? Because if that's the case, a lot of you have to do the inner work in that area. You may need to find some sort of way to earn your own income, to become your own individual person who attracts that. Because if you're somebody who is able to attract stable income or create your own income, you're going to be able to attract someone very similar to that, or someone who has similar spiritual resources as maybe you do. Okay, so there's something here about you identifying what you truly value in love, and that's going to be the starting point to identify what you need to do to attract it into your life. Now, the other message we have is the 5th house. So 5th house here we have where you have fun, romance, and create things you are proud of. So there's something here about you creating. Now, I think these are very similar cards that we got in the last reading. And I did mention that A lot of you watching this, you're artists, musicians, you are people who are business people, you're people who have ideas. And there's something here about you nurturing the creativity you have within yourself. The more you start to nurture the creativity within yourself, the more you start to nurture the ability to create, you know, your own business, to create your own life, to create your own idea of what relationships are and what they mean to you, a lot of you have to write it down. That's the first point of manifesting and creating what you want. Some of you just, you know, you want love, but you don't even know how this person's going to look. You don't even know how this person's going to approach you. You should have at least some sort of understanding, understanding, and overstanding of who this person is. And do you embody those characteristics that you're looking to attract to you? Because if you don't, maybe that's something that you need to do. So right now, what houses are affecting your love life are these houses. And these are perfect indications of what it is that you need to do now to level yourself up. If you are single, or if you want this person to be drawn closer to you, what are the things that you need to do to work on yourself so that this person sees that, is attracted to that, and comes towards you? Some of you may say, well, I shouldn't have to do that. They should just love me unconditionally. Nobody loves anybody unconditionally. Let's be honest, okay? Unless they're your children or, you know, maybe a blood, you know, relative, family member. When it comes to love, there's often a lot of conditions that are surrounding love. And we see this all the time online. People, you know, won't date somebody because they don't drive a certain car, or they don't have certain money, or they don't have this and that. But a lot of us don't have that ourselves. So how can we attract something that we're not? And this goes back to what I said originally, right? We have this expectation for everyone else, but we don't put any expectations on ourselves. And that's where we fail hard. Okay. So this is something that I feel like a lot of you are going to be doing, working on your finances, working on writing down what kind of relationship you want, what kind of person you want to attract, and most importantly, pouring into yourself, having a new beginning, and starting there. Okay. So let's talk about the houses that are affecting your person. First house that is affecting your person is the 11th house. It says, where the cosmosis grants wishes, luck, friends, and social occasions. This person right now is having a hard time because they're so distracted by all the things that are going on around them. Okay, their friends, I'm getting social engagements, wanting to go here, wanting to go there. This person is trying to see where they can fit in. And they're trying to see where they can get the most out of any situation. So if you're somebody, I'm going to be honest with you, collective, because I know a lot of you come here for self-development. Okay. It's one thing for me to say, oh my God, this person loves you. They're going to come back to you. They're going to this. Okay. Let's be honest with ourselves. This person is somebody who's all over the place. They have wishes, they have dreams, they have goals that they want to achieve. And maybe you're not their priority, and only you're going to know that. Okay. But why continue to lie to yourself and expect something from someone here who's not able to give it to you? This is somebody here who just wants to be friends. 11th house represents our friendships. It represents Aquarius energy, which is ruled by what? Uranus. And Uranus is what? Very inconsistent. So this is someone who's inconsistent. This is somebody who may have come towards you, had a one-night stand, and said, peace, I'm out. Is that the right thing to do? Absolutely not. I'm not supporting this person one bit. If you're not able to let this person know, look, this is what I want, and they're not able to give you that, then that means a lot of you got to go back to self. You got to go back and pour into yourself. You got to go back and do the inner work. Okay. So this person was distracted. They had way too much going on. You have the third house. Yeah. The third house represents what? Communication. The message here for your person is your potential to learn something in your local neighborhood. So there's something here about this person either failing to communicate to you, or maybe they let you know very clearly, look, I don't know if I want a commitment. I don't know if this is something that I want right now. This is somebody who still needs to work on communication. They either have poor communication or a lack of responding on time. This is somebody who does things when it works for them. They're not really focused on, you know, the other person. So this is why a lot of you right now needed to disengage from this person, because they weren't giving you what you needed. And the reason why this person wasn't giving you what you needed was because you started to pour all your energy into them, and you made it very easy for them to take advantage. Oh, okay, well, you know, she's showing up whenever I want her to show up, or he's showing up whenever I want him to show up. There's something here about you learning to have your own life and not always depending on someone else to give you that. You know, it's like, oh, I'm going to go and do something nice for myself today. Would you like to come with me? And this person says, I don't know, I'll let you know. Okay, thank you very much. Bye. And you go and you do your own thing. That's power. I'm comfortable in myself. I'm confident in myself. If you don't want to come with me, that's fine. I'll go out and I'll make sure I look good going out so that I can attract the abundance that I truly deserve to myself. So this is the way, you know, this person maybe has been dealing with you. They've been very focused on seeing what other options are out there. Okay. Now, the other house, we have the fourth house. This is somebody who wants to have a family. They want something solid. They do. But the problem with this person is they're so wrapped up in their friends. They're so wrapped up in the social life. They're so wrapped up in seeing what other options are out there, because this person is never satisfied. They're never happy and fulfilled with what it is that has already come into their life. So this is somebody who is really focused on having that relationship, but they have very high expectations, and you also have very high expectations. So if you both aren't doing the inner work, and you both aren't contributing to your growth as individuals, when you both decide to come together, what ends up happening? A lot of negativity. A lot of negativity ends up happening for you and this person, because, you know, you both are still lacking the love, self-love within yourselves. And this person rushes towards you all the time, and they're very haphazard. They may not think before they do things. They just do things, and it may hurt you. It may feel like you're not valued or appreciated. Okay. So this is what I'm getting here. Now let's talk about the planets that are affecting both you and this person. Now, one of the things I want to mention before I get into the planets is we finally have Jupiter going direct. Okay, this is good news. Good news. There's good news. Finally. A lot of you have been saying, Monica, is there any good news? Like, we want to hear good news. Yes. Yes, there's good news. And the good news is that Jupiter is moving direct today on October 18th. And today and tomorrow are going to be one of the most luckiest days of the year. So it's going to be really important that you utilize this time to let yourself know that, you know, you shouldn't give up. You shouldn't give up on loving yourself. You shouldn't give up on the idea of having love and attracting love. You should also identify the opportunities, because Jupiter is a planet of luck. It's a planet of opportunities. So if Jupiter shows up in either your side or your person's sign, this is a direct message from, I was going to say Pluto, from Jupiter, that it's time to prepare for changes, positive changes. Now, the planet that's affecting your love life right now is Mars. It says your physical energy, drive, strength, and lighting spirit. So remember how I was saying at the beginning of the reading that Mars is associated with the planet, or Mars is associated with the sign Aries. And the full moon that's happening on the 20th of October is actually very much connected to this Mars energy. So what this is indicating to me is that this full moon is indicating it is time to close out some sort of chapter that has brought nothing but drama to your life, arguments, chaos, confusion, etc. So this is why this full moon has really affected you. So far, you've been feeling it. You've been feeling anxious. You've been feeling worried. You've been feeling alone. Okay, so this is how your love life is being affected. We have Vesta, and it says the goddess within, your sacred spiritual center and quiet dignity. This is you. This is you learning that it's time to love yourself. There's no point in being in abusive relationships where people only care about themselves and they're not contributing to what it is that you want. So it's time to look within. It's time, see where it says here, goddess within. Time to go within, time to figure out where you want to pour your energy. A lot of you need to ask this question. Where have I been pouring my energy? Have I been giving my energy to the wrong people? Have I been giving my energy to situations that drain me? Have I been engaging in arguments and conflicts that don't get me anywhere? And if that's the case, a lot of you need to reevaluate where you're putting your energy, because Mars is the planet of energy. It's the power of our drive, you know, what motivates us to get things done, what motivates us to get involved in things. And if you haven't been putting your energy towards things that are worth your time and your growth, not only your time, but your growth as a human being, as a person who has come here to increase and elevate your soul, then this may be something that you need to look at and change. Okay. So where are you putting your energy? Final card, we have Vesta again. By the way, I have two decks in the planets and the houses, so 2 and 2. And you got Vesta twice. So what this is telling me is it's time to really identify certain spiritual lessons, certain spiritual experiences that you've had, which are going to allow you to focus on your self-growth. So this is all about you, collective. You decided to end something with someone because you started to pour too much into them. And now it's time to pour into yourself. Now it's time to say, you know what? I deserve love. I deserve to identify and change the way I've been putting my energy. I deserve love. I deserve everything that I truly want in my life, as long as you're open to it, as long as you're willing to do the work. So this is what I'm seeing here in terms of how these planets are affecting you. Now, for your person, the planets that are affecting them. Okay, so we have Uranus. So remember how I was telling you with Uranus that your person has Uranus here with the 11th house? Look. 11th house is ruled by Aquarius, which is Uranus, and there's Uranus. So this person is unpredictable. You were dealing with someone who changed a lot. They were very unpredictable. They were always changing suddenly. Like you didn't know where this person was going. One minute they were here, the next minute they weren't here. This is somebody that has some sort of goals. They have some sort of dreams. That's why they're so unpredictable. That's why they were not able to give you what you wanted. Now, another thing I'm getting here is some of you are dealing with a karmic, somebody here who is actually pushing you towards this new self-development, okay? Very similar to what I do on this channel. I do a lot of triggering on this channel. A lot of people get triggered. I see it all the time in the comments. I don't take it personally. And that's why I'm trying to explain to you not to take this situation personally, because some of you are just so upset at this person. I can't believe they walked out on me. I can't believe they don't care about me. I can't believe they ghosted me. I can't believe it. That person's a beep, 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 you know? And it's like, no, this person needed to do this. Spirit brought this person into your life so that they could help you change, so that they can help you identify what it is inside of yourself that you truly want. Because one of the things that we don't truly know, okay, I'm going to be honest with you here. One of the things that we don't truly know, collective, is every single thing that we see outside of ourselves is only a simple reflection of who we are inside of ourselves. So when somebody comes into your life and ghosts you and acts like they don't care and, you know, doesn't see your value and, you know, takes advantage of you and et cetera, it's indicating that pain has to be caused in order for us to identify what needs to change. That's all it is. It's not about this person not liking you. It's not about this person not caring about you. It's about you going through a change. And this is what this person did. They made some sort of sudden move. And when they made some sort of sudden move by either ghosting you, never talking to you again, leaving, whatever they did, it's because now the activation has happened. What is the activation? The activation is pain, trauma. And that leads to disappointment with us. within us. And when that disappointment happens, it triggers something within us. And that trigger that happens with us propels us to make changes within ourselves to therefore attract what we truly want and deserve. Okay, so you see how that works? This is how this works. This is why this person did what they did. Now, other planet is the Chiron here. We have your healing power, empathy, and ability to teach or learn remedies. So this person was teaching you something. Even though the reality here, collective, is that this person should have been giving you unconditional love. They didn't. This is somebody who either this person wants you to go through your healing and they needed to trigger something within you in order for you to walk away to do that. Or it could be that someone here is going to come into your life and help you heal. Some of you already have that. You have somebody in your life that's helping you and teaching you how to heal yourself, okay? So when you start to show the universe, collective, look, I know who I am. I know what I want for myself. I know what I want to attract. The universe says, oh, really? Oh, really? You know what you want for yourself? Okay, let's put this in place for you. Let's put this in place for you. And it's because you start to help yourself. But how is Spirit supposed to help you if you're not doing that work and showing Spirit what it is that you want? So this person had to trigger you to get you in motion. Okay, that's why things happened the way that they happened. We have Mars as well on your person's side. So you both started conflicts with one another. There was some sort of conflict here that maybe was never resolved. It says your energy, your physical energy, drive, strength, and fighting spirit. Okay, so this is what I'm seeing in terms of the astrological components for you at this time. Now, what I'm going to do before I get into ask a question, get an answer, we're going to be pulling an important moon message for your sign, sun, moon, and rising. I'm going to pull each card on the live for you. And then what I'm going to do in the extended reading is I'm going to be pulling a card from your higher self. And we're going to see what your higher self is trying to tell you when it comes to love, how you can improve your love life, how you can attract more love into your life, and how you can start your journey on self-love if that's something that you want. Another thing I'm going to possibly be looking at in the extended is how you're viewing this person, how they're viewing you, how you actions you're likely to take, actions they're likely to take towards you, how you both feel about one another, potential outcome, and if you both wanted to say something to one another, what would you say? Okay, that's all going to be happening in the extended. So let's check out your important moon message for this full moon in the sign of Aries. I always recommend checking your sun, your moon, your rising, and your person's sun, moon, and rising. Okay. Right, and messages from your higher self for all signs. All right. Okay, so we have Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Perfect. All right, so we're going to start off with the sign of Aries, and we're going to see what this important full moon messages for you moving forward. Okay, so the sign of Aries, we have prosperity lies ahead, and it says new moon in Taurus. So what I'm getting here for many of you is you are about to walk towards some sort of situation that's going to bring about some sort of abundance, okay? There's some sort of prosperity that is coming in. I feel like this is financial. Taurus is the ruler of the second house. So a lot of you did receive the second house. So if you are inquiring about money, business, I see this happening for you. And you're actually at a point right now, Aries, where you know, it's only up from here. Like, you're going to be achieving a lot. There's going to be a lot of success for you, especially with the full moon happening in your sign. Whenever the full moon happens in our sign, in our sun sign, moon, rising, it's really, really prosperous. Okay. So the message here from this full moon that's happening is Be aware of the prosperity, the opportunities that may be coming in, and they may be financial. All right, so this is the message for Aries. Taurus. Taurus, message for you is luck is on your side. New moon in Sagittarius. So what I'm getting here is a lot of you are going to be receiving some sort of lucky break. Okay, there's a lucky situation that's going to be coming into your life. Now, for some of you, there could be a connection to a Sagittarius here. Sagittarius is all about expansion, all about propelling forward, higher education. So there's something here that you want to achieve, something that you want to do. And what the message here for you is that luck is on your side. So take advantage of these opportunities that are coming into your life during the full moon in Aries. All right, Gemini. Important full moon message for you is surrender to the divine, and it says full moon. So during this full moon, there's a need for you not to feel like you need to control everything. There will be things that happen outside of your control, but the reason why that's happening is because Spirit wants to see if you trust. If you trust in the forces that are outside of yourself. Some of you don't believe in Spirit, or you don't believe that anybody has your back or anybody is protecting you, and you have guides, you have people that are protecting you, spiritual guides, you know, your higher self is guiding you. So there's no need to worry or stress out about this situation. Surrender to this situation in order for it to manifest the way that you want it to. Okay, so this is a message for Gemini. All right, moving forward to the sign of Cancer. Cancer, you got balance, spirituality, and practicality, full moon in Pisces. So there's something here about you balancing something in your life, okay? Pisces is all about spiritual energy. So there's something here about you becoming open to something that may be different from what you expect. There's something here about Pisces energy. You may be attracting some sort of spiritual energy into your life, and the more balanced you are towards the situation, the more practical you are, and the more you apply some form of spirituality to it, the more it's going to move the way that you want it to. So there's something here about you tapping into your spiritual energy in order to find balance at this time. So that's the message from the full moon in Aries for you, Cancer. Now, moving forward to the sign of Leo. Leo, we have be bold and make the first move, cardinal moon. So there's something here about you, Leo, making the move, you doing what it is that you want to do. Now, this is talking about the moon not completely full yet. So after this moon is full and it wands and it starts to build up again, a lot of you are going to be needing to make moves when it comes to certain things that you want to create for yourself. I feel like a lot of you are working on something very big. You want to create something, but you have to take initiative. If you're expecting, Leo, everybody else to be like you and pour yourself into the situation, you may be the one that has to pour yourself into it and show people that it's worth even doing before you can actually bring certain people on. So I feel like you are being called during this full moon in Aries to take action towards something that it is that you want to create, something that it is that you want to do. Cardinal is all about action. It's all about doing. Cardinal is associated with Aries, Capricorn, Cancer, and Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn. Okay, those are the 4 cardinal signs of the zodiac. So by looking at those 4 signs and really connecting with those signs' energy, you can really determine what it is that you need to do moving forward in order to create the reality that you want. Virgo. Virgo, we have faith in your dreams. So the full moon right now, waxing crescent moon, there's something here about you having faith. A lot of you lost faith along the way. You stopped believing. You stopped really connecting to those dreams that you have. So the question to ask yourself, Virgo, is what is it that I lost faith about? Why did I lose faith? What propelled me to lose faith in something? Where can I find certain answers or questions that I need to either ask myself or answer to myself in order to identify how I can bring the faith back into my life. Some of you need to take a risk, or you need to be open to taking a risk. Intuitively, that's what I'm picking up. Be open to taking a risk so that you could really show the universe that you haven't lost faith. The first step to creating what it is that we want in our life, Virgo, is to have faith. If we're constantly telling ourselves that it can't happen and we're allowing negativity to seep into our lives, then that's what's going to determine how things go for us, right? So very important for you to identify what's causing this energy of being apathetic or not really interested in life in general. Libra. Full moon, by the way, Libra, is happening in your 7th house. So we did get the 7th house here. The message for you right now is don't let pride get in your way. Full moon in Leo. Some of you have a relationship. Either you're in a relationship now or you're going to be attracting a relationship. There's something here about dropping your ego, okay? Not always feeling like you have to be right in the situation. As a Leo myself, I tend to be like that. I tend to be crazy sometimes. And there's something here about balance. You need to have some sort of balance in some sort of situation where you may be overdoing it. There's something here about overdoing something, pride, okay? There's something here about humbling yourself, you know, being patient in a situation, allowing things to flow the way that they need to flow. And a lot of you may not want to hear that, but when the moon is full in your 7th house, a lot of you may feel like your partner is overshadowing you, like your partner wants more attention, more love, more, and you may be saying to yourself, well, what about me? What about me? Do this for me, do that for me. So don't allow pride to affect your relationships. Identify what actions and things that you need to do in order to have a healthy relationship, in order to have a healthy connection with somebody. You know, do you need to sit down sometime? Do you need to, you know, allow this person to do their thing? If that's the case, that may be part of you transforming this energy of pride, okay? So harsh message, yes, but this is the message for you, okay? All right, moving forward to Scorpio. Scorpio, your message for the full moon in Aries. A time to give rather than take, new moon in Virgo. So something here is telling me that a lot of you have received a lot of abundance recently. As of late, you've been doing very well for yourself. There's no need to worry here. There's other people that you could be helping. Spirit is saying, who can you be helping right now? Whose life can you change? And it doesn't always mean giving someone money. Maybe someone needs your time. Maybe someone needs your advice. Maybe someone needs your guidance. Whatever the case may be, Spirit is asking you, what is it that you can be giving rather than taking at this time? Sagittarius. Bring love into the situation, new moon in Aquarius. A lot of you are trying to make sense in terms of why something here didn't work out. Okay, so what follows a full moon is a new moon. So Spirit is saying there is going to be a sudden change for you, a sudden new beginning that you don't see coming. Why? Because Aquarius represents Uranus. It represents sudden, unexpected changes. And for many of us right now, there is a lot of changes going on in the astral. As a Sagittarian, your ruling planet is Jupiter, and Jupiter is finally going direct today on October 18th. So Spirit is saying, by you being loving and giving love to this situation instead of being resentful or instead of, you know, being angry and upset, how are you expressing your emotions when it comes to this situation? How can you bring love into this situation instead of fear, stress, anxiety, and, you know, nitpicking energy? What is it that you can do to bring love into this situation? Is there a way for you to do that? Because by you doing that, Sagittarius, it's going to help you actually have the new beginning that you truly want and deserve. Okay, so sudden new beginning is going to be happening for you unexpectedly is what I'm getting here. All right, Capricorn. So your full moon message is communication is key, new moon in Gemini. So it looks like for many of you, you're being asked right now to be clear honest, communicate your feelings. Don't hold things in and hold back. If you feel like you need to say something or you need to express, there's a need for you to express, because the more you're open to expressing, the more you're able to take advantage of a new beginning that's happening for you, and the more you can build some sort of connection, especially if you're already in a connection or you're wanting to attract one. Communication for you is going to be key. All right, Aquarius. We have conclusions are within reach. Full moon eclipse. Something here has to be eclipsed out of your life. It's time for it to end. It's time for it to wrap up, close up the chapter here. What Spirit is trying to tell you right now, Aquarius, is it is possible to bring something to an end. It is possible for you to completely reach a conclusion in order for you to move on from this situation. I feel like a lot of you right now have to be open to ending something. You have to be open to concluding something in the right way. You know, pride aside, ego aside, even if you try to close the situation out, you know, in your best ability, Spirit sees that. And that's something that, you know, Spirit wants. Spirit wants you to bring about some sort of conclusion to a situation so that they can bring about something better into your life. Okay. All right. Last but not least, we have Pisces, and your full moon message is take time to breathe out. You can breathe in, but you got to breathe out. So there's something here about, you have a disseminating moon, which means the moon is going to be waning. So when we have the full moon and the moon starts to wane, which means it starts to get smaller and smaller and smaller, it's telling me that a lot of you need to give yourself a break. There's something here about you constantly doing something, and there's a need for you to kind of disseminate, you know, decompress your energy and allow yourself to breathe out. Don't feel like you always need to be uptight in any situation. Give yourself a break if you haven't. There's something here about you needing to recognize when it's time to release something, okay? So this is what I'm seeing for all signs. In the extended reading, I'm going to be pulling an important message from your higher self, and I'm also going to be pulling one card to see how your person currently feels. I'm going to be pulling these cards, and I'm going to be also using my intuition to see what other important messages may be coming in here for you and this person. All right, so I'm going to end the reading off with ask a question, get an answer. Ask a question, get an answer is 100% free. You do not have to pay. If you'd like to donate to the channel, I do appreciate all the donations, all the love, the support, the likes, and the subscriptions to the channel. By you liking this video, by you commenting below, it is an energy exchange. And that's the only thing I expect from you all, right? I expect gratitude in exchange for what I do. Even if the reading doesn't resonate with you, even if you don't like me as a person, just the fact that I'm doing something for you and for society, you should be grateful. And by you being grateful, that brings abundance, natural abundance to flow into your life, okay? So when you're asking your question, keep in mind that we are asking questions that would require either a yes or no answer. So if you're asking questions like, you know, when is my person going to show up at my door? When is this person going to call me? I want the day, month, year. I want the hour, the second this person's going to knock at the door. That is not predictable. It's not something that's achievable. Okay. So we have to be very practical when we're using tarot. We cannot expect something that, you know, really can't come out of that, right? So yes or no answer you can ask is going to be really important. Now, keep in mind, these are general questions or general answers that you're going to be receiving, and, you know, hundreds of thousands of people watch this. So it's really important that, you know, if you really need an answer to your question, you really, really need one desperately, then you're most likely going to resonate with the answers that come out. If you don't, and you're somebody here who has the greatest relationship and everything's working well for you in your life and everything's fine, and you come on the tarot reading and it's all negative and you say, well, my life isn't like that, it means you don't really need the reading, okay? You really don't need the reading. So you have to be able to identify if you really need it or not, okay? So ask a question, get an answer, ask a question, get an answer. So in the live here, I'm going to be pulling 3 cards. And in the extended, I'm going to be pulling 6 cards. So if you say to yourself, oh, I need more of my questions answered, you can go to the extended reading. Link will be below. I'm going to be pulling 6 cards in the extended, and of course, pulling more cards for you, okay? So ask a question, get an answer, and you have, this situation will improve, okay? Now, for many of you, you're asking, are we going to work things out? Are we going to be able to possibly come back together? Is my financial situation going to get better? Am I going to be happier? Yes, it is. If you've been in a place where things have not been working out for you, they will improve. This is 100% a yes. This is what I'm seeing. Now, ask a question, get an answer, and you have remain positive. Let me just throw my little 2-cent peanut gallery advice here for you. This situation is a yes, but it can also easily be a no as well too. And the reason why I say that is because a lot of you are not being positive enough, okay? One of my greatest pieces of advice that I can give you is every time you wake up in the morning, find one thing that you're grateful for. One thing, whether that's I have running water, I have an internet connection, I have a job, I have my family, whatever, I have food, whatever it is, there's something here about you being grateful. And by you being grateful, that's going to allow you to remain positive and remain being in a positive state of mind. And by you doing that, it's going to attract what you want to you. But if you're nitpicking, if you're ungrateful, if you're trying to find fault in everybody else and not find fault in yourself, then that may change to a no. So it's very important that if you want this situation, whether you want it to be a yes or no, you need to remain positive. And by you remaining positive, you are going to be able to attract what it is that you deserve. Now, final question, ask a question, get an answer, and you have unlikely. So this is a no right now, okay? It could happen, but I'm getting it's a no for now. And I feel like there's some sort of spiritual guide or spiritual ancestor here that may be protecting you from something. There's something here about protecting you. I'm getting a strong energy on that, okay? So thank you so very much for tuning in to this juice reading. I do appreciate all of you. Thank you very much. Appreciate your comments, your likes, your subscriptions, and of course, all of you that just lurk in the background and don't subscribe and like the channel. That's fine too. I appreciate all of you. So thank you so much for tuning in. In the extended reading, I am going to go a little bit deeper. I'm going to be looking at how this person is viewing you, how you're viewing them, how you feel about them, how they feel about you, actions you're likely to take towards them, actions they're likely to take towards you, potential outcome, and if this person had something to say to you and you had something to say to them, what would you say to one another? I'm going to also clarify what your person is doing in the background. It looks like this person wants a relationship, looks like this person possibly wants to communicate with you. So we're going to see how all that pans out. Now, some of you are going to be maybe moving into a new direction with somebody new. And if you're looking for new love, we're going to find out who this person might be. I'm going to be pulling possibly a few Zodiac cards in the extended to see what sign this person may be. And I will see about possibly pulling some cards to see who this new person is that's coming into your life, okay? So, of course, if you're interested in the extended, a link will be provided in the live feed for you, or a link will be provided below in the description box if you're watching this after the live. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you all in the extended.